Sheena. Thank you. Hi, everybody. It's lovely to be back with you again today. And I've just been literally glued, well, not literally glued, that's not the right word, but glued to my screen, just listening to all this amazing, inspiring material that changes lives. And, Bjorn and Lindsay have just hit the nail on the head with everything they spoke about. They spoke about so much, but one thing that he came up with is the universal laws are working all the time, no matter what we believe. Yeah. And so what do we believe? So I hope you're starting to see things differently. I hope you're starting to see yourself differently. Are you feeling empowered? If you're growing and stretching yourself, you're exactly where you need to be. We have been talking about your great potential. So are you starting to connect with that potential that's naturally within you? Because it's waiting for you to connect to it. And that's what I want to talk about with you today. We've heard that, your perception has been holding you back, and that's so true. We've been allowing our excuses to limit us. But we have our own authority, our own sovereignty. You attract who you saw yesterday. It's all internal. But what does that mean? Well, it's all your everyday thoughts are encapsulated into a belief that controls your actions. There's more to it, a little bit more to it than that, but in essence. So if your thoughts are of lack, that's who you are. If your thoughts are of abundance, that's who you are. So you can have whatever you want. You're always attracting because of this potent, intelligent energy within you. The world's successful people know this. So many books are written on this, so many leaders, speakers, so many philosophers, scientists. So open up. I encourage you to open up to this awareness that's on offer to you over this week. So being aware of this is one thing, but how do you start? You've got to know what you really want. And it's simple to actually get what you want. It's not that complicated, and it comes down to a habit. But you have to form this habit day by day, and if you do, it's going to change everything for you. Your life will get better. But I'm going to warn you now that you're going to be tempted to reject what I tell you because of its simplicity. It's simple. And that habit is making decisions. Now, are you a decision maker? Do you make decisions quickly and effectively? Or do you just sit on the fence about a subject for a long time? Do you get in a tug of war between your passionate heart, what that's telling you, and your head's logic? Do you ever get stuck? The 8 other experts here will tell you that a stuck area in life is a stuck mindset. And you know what? I like it when I get stuck now, because I know that a belief system is about to fall away. And when that happens, I can work on that, to keep moving forward. The old mindset, those old excuses, keep us stuck. So we have to use wisdom and study to understand ourselves. So what's the truth? What's in our highest alignment? Now, wishes aren't defining decisions. I wish it would happen. I would love to do that, but when I get the money, when I have the time. So I think I urge you to write these things down. Start writing down your wants as a shopping list. Everything you want, the things that you want to do, the feelings you want to feel, the experiences you'd love to experience. And then next to it, write down another list next to those items. So write down the yeah buts. So maybe that's, I'd love to write that book. And then next to that say, yeah, but I don't have enough time, for example. So get aware of your excuses. And what you'll find is that the written excuses are good reasons to take action on your calling. For instance, if you're saying, you don't have enough time to write that book, well, what's dampening your creativity and not allowing you the time to write it? Is it the 9-to-5 job that's killing your energy? Maybe you're up to your eyes with your kids or your family or obligations that you have. What's sapping your energy from taking your action on your highest calling? I'd also ask, what is the real excuse? Let's push the bullshit aside. Why are you not allowing yourself that time? Because you have the same time as everyone else. So what's the real reason? If you have kids, all the more reason to get up and make a decision to write that book, right? And you could be the best shining example of empowerment for them. You'll be giving them the permission to follow their dreams. So make a powerful decision that could give you the freedom and stability that you've wanted. Can you see that when you pay attention to your excuses, that's your focus? That's what you're bringing more of to you. It's like if I say, I want to meet someone special, I want to meet the love of my life. And then a moment later I say, yeah, but that's not going to happen because all the men I meet are lazy narcissists, for example. Well, how is that yeah, but thought serving me? That's the blind spot. That's the story running itself in the background for 20 years, fixed in my mind. This is how powerful you are, that you're bringing more of that same to you. So open up. We have to open up. Decide to change these stories. You've got to say to yourself, I'm the authority over my life. I decide what I want. Now, if you stay on that old channel, you're going to fill it egotistically really quickly with the same energy. Let's say you release a relationship that doesn't align for you, and then you fill it the next day with the exact same type of person. You're just moving sideways, and that's not going to fulfill you. And this ties into having a successful career. There are millionaires that are depressed and suicidal because it turns out that having all that money is not the ultimate form of happiness. We see millionaires, don't we? They're learning from Buddhist monks, but we don't hear about those Buddhist monks. They're not asking, tell me, how do I get the Ferrari? Because the highest asset we have is connecting to ourselves. And believe it or not, when you do, you actually become that space for abundance to come to you. So if you want a lot of money, connect to a vibration that's higher than money. So get closer to your heart and your soul. So I'd love to ask, obviously you're not going to reply, we may be in the chat, but what are your thoughts about money? When you look at your bank account, how do you feel? That's your subconscious. That's where all your beliefs are stored. So write down those thoughts. What beliefs do you have stored that you learned from your parents? And be honest. I want to dare you to write down 5 beliefs that you have about money. You've got to be honest though. Really look at how you treat yourself, how you treat money, how you treat life. Because this isn't about money, this is about you. So let me ask you this. If you went on a date with money, would money like you? If you're coming from, I'm not enough, I need you money for security, I need you for freedom, it's because of you money that I can't get love and acceptance. If you were on a date with someone and they said those things to you, would you want to be around them? That mentality is actually you keeping money away. And if you think about your debt or really low amounts of money and say, it's never enough. That's like going on a date with someone and they're having an off day and you say to them, you're never enough. Now, if someone said to you, you're never enough, or I'm using you to get approval, or I'm with you because you make me feel secure, would you want to stay with them? Of course you wouldn't. You'd want to know that you are loved as you are. So does money. Are you getting this? If your connection is to you, then money will come to you because you're safe. Your highest connection is to you, your love, your creativity. Money can't equal security. You cannot make security outside of you. You cannot have security in your spouse or your partner. Don't make anything outside of you safe. The job, the house, the business, they're all extensions of you. That's all they are. Anything outside of you cannot be freedom or security, this is a lie that we've been telling ourselves. Because if you do, life will take it from you until you prove to yourself that you are security. You have everything inside of you. So relying on something, someone else, is living a lie. You're leaking your power. You're giving it away. How many celebrities have we lost through drugs and suicide? Or even celebrities that go completely spiritual because they had the money and the abundance, but they didn't feel secure or free. So money cannot equal security. Money cannot equal freedom. If you're conscious, if you're aware, you'll get this. Create a high enough alignment value in yourself for money to come to you, and it will. Raise your value, and when you do, you get everything. It's not enough to say it now and then. It has to be believed, to be felt deeply on a subconscious level, and that's what we're talking about today. Today, this week. So, do you feel you have true value? If not, it's time we change that, don't you think? So you have to be security. You have to start the practice of making you security. And that's why connecting to who you really are, that means shifting the paradigms, letting go of the things that no longer align with you, is so critical to your life. If you're in resistance to what is, though, it's tough. We have to start out by loving our debt. We have to start out by loving our low amounts of money. We have to start out loving what we have. We have to start out by appreciating what we have. And you have this moment, and build an abundant belief system, build an abundant life by constantly being in the practice of what you have versus constantly chasing what you believe you don't have. That's lack. If you're keeping money out of fear, I better hold on to this, I better not spend this on my dreams, I better not move into my heart, I better not spend this on what I feel my calling is. Fear is keeping the money back, so the money will go down. The best money to spend is on you. Spending money on something that will change you for the better, will give you back more, rather than spending it on partying or stuff that distracts you or numbs you. So let's say you spend it on personal development. That's going to change you. You're investing in you. It's going to transform you and change your value. It'll help you believe in yourself massively. You'll have a huge emotional capacity to deal with anything. So, and when life comes, as it does, we all know this, it knocks you over sometimes, you're just going to be like one of those weeble warbles, they just go and they come back straight back up again. And you'll wake up happy and you'll get creative and innovative. So have money see you as high value, because there are so many things out there that are not in your highest alignment, and there's a bunch of other problems connected to them. Instead of going into ourselves, we reach for the booze or the sugar, or we binge on social media, or we binge on Netflix. Now they're fine in moderation, don't get me wrong. I love a bit of Netflix time to time, but they offer no value for people. They can make us sick. And also, where's your focus in those moments? Without focus, what are you putting your attention on? Without attention, how are you going to be able to see those money opportunities around you? So start doing the things that expand your soul. Start doing the things that take you to an expanded place. Start doing the things that make you change, that cause you to grow. Play with your kids. Sing, journal, dance, meditate, exercise, paint, walk in nature. Put your phone down. Right, so we'll all do this, rest, invest in your mind and body. Be around people that raise your alignment. Release negative blocks that are holding you back. It's the most rewarding thing you can do for yourself. Write that book you've always wanted to do, right? So what is that for you? What's stopping you from shining? What fear is coming up for you? What's stopping you from opening up to this? When you say, I know I should. Yes, I should do that. I know I need to get awareness, to see the patterns and to be true to myself. Well, should is a fake I won't. Let's say, at least say, I'm not going to change. At least that has some strength to it. At least we're being honest here. But if you have every intention with I should, it can go from I know I should to what happened with my life. Don't should yourself to the grave. There are so many people aware but grabbing onto something that's not in their highest, not expressing their creativity, their birthright. You know, Oprah, she would have been so depressed if she hadn't connected to her highest alignment. Can you imagine never seeing Oprah do that famous meme, you know, when she's going like that? So thank goodness that she connected to herself. How incredible she is, and millions of others. You know, but she went through it though. She had rough beginnings. She was scared. Get this, like this is a fact, and I mean these are all facts, but there's 92 billion songs have been written versus an infinite amount not written. That's how brilliant you are. So many people are brilliant and incredible, but they're not honouring and giving attention to what they're not. So many people say they want to believe in themselves, to love themselves. That requires you to find all of you and undo yourself from the conditioning, the scarcity and the competitiveness, the rules of how things should be done, of how you have to do things this way. So your fulfillment is on the other side of accessing your highest truth. It already fully loves you. You just have to undo yourself from the false patterns that keep showing up. They might be, people, getting to people to like you. So I'm going to leave you with this truth. You don't own anything. All the stuff that you're trying to achieve won't go with you when you die. It's just you, and you're perfect. This is all temporary, so shouldn't we just embrace life right now, embrace who we are at our core? You haven't seen the real you yet. Aren't you fascinated by that? Don't you want to know what your best self feels like? Because you are everything. There's a level of abundance that you haven't touched. There's a level of health and well-being that you haven't touched. So connect with you and find a way to release the patterns. And then the external matches your internal. The good stuff comes to you rather than you grafting towards it. I know people that are doing this inner work and connecting to themselves, and they're moving forward. They're less codependent. They've created real stability. They've created their own security, emotional and financial stability. They're creating plans for massive income. And that's what we're helping people to do. We help people create true stability on all fronts. So make a decision right now. Stay with us again tomorrow. You're going to be told some amazing things. We have a million ideas, and they're all about you. How to live a most successful life. So I'm talking tomorrow about your rich heritage. I want you to see it. So don't forget, come back here tomorrow at 6:10. Come back at 4 o'clock UK time. Tune in live with us and tell your friends. Have a good evening.
That's absolutely awesome, Karen. One of the things that you said at the beginning really just reminded me, permission to get rich, permission to be rich. And then you just go, well, permission for what? What is rich to me? So you said that, and you've got to write out a list of wants. And that's what it is. Your permission for what? I think Bjorn said that if you ask somebody what their goal is, they have no image in their mind. I mean, I know if I asked you, what's your goal? You've got an image straight away. Everybody on here will literally go straight to an image, because when he said it, he says, what's your goal? And I was like, I've got a picture. It's as if I've taken a picture of it and I'm looking at it. And so what are we giving ourselves permission for if we haven't even decided yet?
Yeah, we've got to know.
So that was really powerful for me. And I love it. I am the authority of my life. I decide what I want. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
I like that.
And then when we can decide, then we can see it, can't we? We're allowing ourselves to.
Yeah. Decision, one of the first lessons we do in Thinking into Results, isn't it? I mean, it's the basis of everything.
Yeah.
We think it's a big decision, and it's not. It's those little ones we make every single day. So thank you so much. And for all of you, you all made a decision to come on here and share all your knowledge for free for over 3 days in this mindset marathon. So I'm totally in appreciation of all the knowledge that I've had today, including with Karen. So thank you so much.
Thank you, Sheena. Thank you, everybody.
I'll see you tomorrow, same time, same place.
Bye.